You're going to fall. Everyone does. The question isn't if, but how. Because when you fail, you can fall backward into fear or forward into growth. Today, y'all, we're going to be talking about when failing, fall forward. Fall forward, y'all. Why? Because many of us, we get into a position, we get into a place, we get into a position where when things do not go our way, when we've made this certain mistake for the 15th time, then we like, you know what? That's all right. That's all right. I'm done. I quit. There are some things you should quit, as I said in one of my earlier videos, but there are some things you should not. Some paths you should still stay on. You should still work to overcome that thing, to get past something, to achieve that particular goal, to make that to achieve that certain accomplishment, to change your mindset, to pursue that relationship or career opportunity, whatever. But if you're going to fail, at least do so going forward. So failure doesn't define you. It directs you. Man, I love that. Failure doesn't define you. You know, last year, around this time, actually last September of 2024, I was hit with something, a great idea by my dad, one of his many great ideas, may I add, where he taught me how to reframe my past. Because I was one of those ones, like many of you, who criticized myself to no end. Regretting this, regretting that, knowing I could have made a better decision. I could not have said this. I should have said that. I should have done this. I should have done that. And it kept me living in the past, not in the successes, not learning from them. I would have ups and downs. Let me say it that way. But when he taught me about reframing the past, that absolutely shifted my thinking. Now, that has still been an ongoing process over the past year. And I'm definitely working on utilizing it. It's been beneficial, for one, because it has actually encouraged me to move forward. But again, sometimes you have lapses. And what the goal is, when you have lapses, rebound from them. Stop having them, rebound from them. That's all. And continue to move. What? Fall forward. If you're going to fall forward. So failure isn't final. It's feedback. Failure is letting you know what works and what doesn't. And when you fail, you found out this doesn't work. You hadn't been working certain principles. You hadn't been doing your part. So how do I do that? How do I get up? How do I start again? How do I begin again? What didn't I do correctly this time? Or what more do I need to learn? How consistent? Maybe I haven't been consistent enough. This is your choice. This is your choice. This is my choice. It is not up to God. I know a lot of people say, hey, let go and let God, as if God is going to do everything for us. That is not true. That's a I don't believe it's intended to be this way, at least by most people. But that's that gives people a misunderstanding or a false expectation. You have your part to play. So learn what your role is in life, on your job, in your relationships, financially, in your relationship with God, for example, and make those necessary adjustments. The most successful people aren't those who never fail. And believe me, I have wished I have never failed. They're those who learn fast. Successful people learn fast. So if you want to be a successful person, first of all, it starts with your mindset. Start looking at the situations you are in. Either they're self-imposed or they're imposed by others. You have a decision to make. Learn fast. Say it with me. Learn fast. I must learn fast. Stop beating yourself up. Stop beating yourself down. Stop letting other people do it. Learn. Failing forward means translating pain into progress. If you're tired of procrastinating, start turning your pain or transforming your pain into positive productivity or progress. Learn from that thing. Learn from that situation. Learn from that person or persons. Following the right instructions. Remember, my program is called FTRIA. Follow the right instructions always. Following the right instructions after the fall determines whether you rise stronger or stay stuck. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being stuck. I'm tired of watching other people's videos. I'm tired of seeing other people. When I say I'm tired of seeing other people, what I'm saying is I'm tired of watching others do what they want to do or achieve the type of accomplishments they want to achieve, and I'm not doing mine. It's not enough for you just to sit here and watch the videos like this or to read books. It's time for you to take actions that are in alignment with your goals, with your desires, with what your purpose is. So let's move on to the next thing. We're going to redefine failure. Well, everything I just said, everything I said has to do with redefining failure. Okay. The next thing is, your fall reveals your foundation. If you have a nice or well-built house or a well-built building, but the foundation's not strong, it's not set correctly, or it's not the right amount of cement, for example, then your foundation, all it's going to take, and it may take some time for it to happen, but all it takes is the right amount of pressures, the right amount of discomforts or shakings to happen before that entire structure falls to the ground. So when you fall, what catches you? Emotion, excuses, or experiences? As my dad says, again, in regarding God, and this is regarding other things as well. Stop living from your experiences and live by your expectations. It's not exactly stated that way, but basically stop living based on your past negative experiences and start living based on your expectations. Weak systems break under failure. Strong systems bend and recover. You know, have you ever seen a strong wind, a strong windstorm, if you will, and you'll see some trees bending? That means it looks like they're about to fall over. But when the wind stops, they reset back in their positions. Stop getting blown over. Check your foundation. Check your root system. Get deeper if necessary. And prepare yourself for the storms of life. They're going to come whether you prepare it or not, whether you want them to or not. No matter what color your skin is, no matter your class, no matter your financial position, no matter what side of the planet you're on, some storm is coming. So prepare. This is where reflection becomes a weapon. Okay? This is where reflection becomes a weapon. Analyze. Don't agonize. Don't whine. Don't complain. Don't get to fret and get into fear. No. Analyze the situation. Take your emotions out of it. Your emotions are there to accompany you, not to control you. As long as you keep putting your emotions in the driver's seat, you're going to be all over the place. And that's where agonizing comes from. You get into fear, you get to panic, and you make more and more mistakes. Today, let today be the day you stop. Whenever you're watching this video, let today be the day where you stop. You come to a full stop and you're going to change some things. Falling isn't losing. Refusing to learn is. Again, falling isn't losing. Refusing to learn from it is. So choose. Choose to find something good out of it. If it's your fault or if it's not. Choose to learn from the situation and become better for it. The next thing, let's shift from embarrassment to education. Don't hide your fall, study it. That goes back to what we just talked about, analyzing. Don't hide your fall. Stop being ashamed of it. Learn to extrapolate or take out of it the good. Study it. See, where was I good at? Where was I strong at? Where was I weak at? And how can I improve and get better in that area of weakness? Every failure contains an instruction manual for your next move. What did I say my system is called? Follow the right instructions always. Life is completely and totally about instructions. All over the planet, since the day and before the day we were born, since before the day we were created. Instructions have always been a part of what makes us and what breaks us. You get to choose which instructions you choose to follow so that you can determine the outcome. I'm talking about that which was in the control of your hands. I'm not talking about those things beyond your control. I'm talking about what you can control. Ask, what was this trying to teach me? That puts you in a different mindset because now you're thinking in terms of solutions rather than about the problem or what other problems can come out of this. Now you think in the terms of solutions, which what happens is you'll get magnetized towards solutions, and you'll magnetize solutions to you. You'll attract them to you. So watch your mindset. What we need to do, here's an option for you. Here's a tool you can use. Keep a journal, a failure journal. Know what happened, what you learned, and how you'll adjust. I would actually replace that word failure. This is in my notes that I put together. I don't like the word failure because it still keeps you focused on failure, because what you focus on, you're going to attract, even subconsciously. So I would like to call it keep a lesson journal. Not a failure journal, but a lesson journal. And note what happened, note what you learned, and note how you'll adjust. Next thing, let's build forward momentum. You can't steer a parked car. Even a failed move is movement. At least you listen. With the best of them, I used to dislike making mistakes, because what I learned in life, and I still believe this to be true to this day, is that people don't like it, regardless of the reason, intentionally or unintentionally. People don't like the fact that you messed up. Somebody is affected by that, and they don't like it. Whether they tell you directly or not, they don't like it. Some people show you more grace than others, but they still don't like it. So that's why throughout my life experiences, I say, you know what, I'm tired. I don't want to be making any mistakes. I'd rather people talk about me and they be wrong than to talk about me and they be right. But that's not how this life works. Now, can you minimize the amount of mistakes and the types of mistakes you make? Yes, you can do that. It takes the right mindset, though, because you will likely make some mistakes. There's mistakes, and then there's bad choices or bad decisions. Those are two different things. And so what you want to do is you want to minimize both. You really do. But don't be afraid if or when you commit either. Ask the right questions and learn from it, no matter what. Even if you go to prison, a lot of us have made mistakes. Many of us just haven't got caught. So, for momentum, you can't steer a parked car. Even a failed move is still movement. Take one actionable step after each failure. Forgive yourself. Forgive somebody else. Get up out of bed. Turn off that alarm clock. Get up. Show up to work early tomorrow. You was late today. Show up early tomorrow. But take one actionable step. Take one actionable step after failure or after the lesson. Take one actionable step forward. Okay? Forward momentum restores confidence and rewires your brain for progress. Listen, rewires your brain. Just like I'm learning to reframe my past. You're learning the same thing. You can actually look at your past and see something different out of it. You can do that. Rewire, allow your brain to be rewired through this entire process in order for you to progress forward. Now let's turn failure or failing into fuel. Let it fuel you for the right reasons, for the right purposes, in the right direction. Forward. Winners use pain as power. Let me say it again. Winners use pain as power. I have 3 examples to close the video out today. I have 3 examples I'm going to leave with you that I hope many of you, if not all of you, will grasp. Go and do some research on these people if you like to, or somebody else. You may have somebody else you can think of who actually are good examples for you in line with this video today. Winners use pain as power. Use it as their fuel. Every fall produces emotional energy. Don't waste it on regret. I've had plenty of regrets in my life. Convert it into resolve. I resolve that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this better. I'm going to do that better. I'm going to resist this temptation. I'm going to resist that drink. Resist having sex outside of my values. Okay? Outside of God's word. Those are my values. I don't know about your values, but my values is based on the word of God. I resist the temptation to lie, to cheat, to steal, whatever it is. And again, it ain't got to be that drastic. But if that's the situation you're in, then yes, this applies to you as well. Channel frustration into focus correction. Again, channel frustration into correction. Instead of just being frustrated, turn around and make good out of it. Correct your decisions, correct your mistakes, correct your behaviors, correct your values. Maybe you're maybe you're distracted. Okay, get back on path. Get back on the right path. Okay. So just like a plane adjusts course after turbulence, after some shakiness, after some rockiness, you learn, level, and lift. Let me say that again. Just like a plane adjusts course after turbulence, you learn, you level, and you lift. That's what you can do. I'm telling you, that's going to change your life. Even if you don't use these principles, somebody else is. These principles work whether you respect them or not, whether you are aware of them or not, whether you use them or not. Lastly, before I get to the examples, following the right instructions always doesn't mean you'll never fall. It means you'll never fall without direction. So make sure when you fall, or if you fall, make sure it's forward. Control that. So the next time you trip, make sure you land on top of purpose. Okay? If you're going to fall where you can see your future and not your fear. Oh, I wish I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make this mistake again. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hit. Okay. Do something about it then. Do something about it. Sometimes you need to change your geographic location. Sometimes you need to change your position, where you're sitting, where you're turned at. Sometimes you need to stop going to a certain store, or to a certain park, or to a certain party, or whatever. But make course corrections if you are that tired. We have one life to live, y'all. Let's make it count. Make it count for something good. You can use this in business. You can use this in your personal life. You can use this in your career. You can use this in any relationship. Make the necessary adjustments. Learn to fall forward when you fail. When or if you fail in any endeavor, fall forward. Now let's go to these examples I have for you. Number one, Michael Jordan, the GOAT who was cut. Here's a failure. Michael was cut from his high school basketball team. Michael Jordan did make the varsity team as a sophomore. His coach said he wasn't good enough. Instead of quitting, he used the pain as fuel, training relentlessly until he became arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. This is what he later said. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Jordan fell forward. His failure refined his focus, not his faith. His failure refined his focus, not his faith. His discipline turned rejection into dominance. He kept believing in himself. And so he kept focusing on what? Not failing. He didn't focus on the failures he had. He kept focusing on his main goal, which was to be successful as a basketball player. Number two, Sara Blakely, founder of Spanx. She's a billionaire entrepreneur. Sarah's failure was this. She was rejected from law school, failed in sales, and heard no for years. Before creating Spanx, Sara Blakely sold fax machines door to door. She was rejected every day. She once said her father asked her weekly what she had failed at to teach her that failure was part of learning. When she pitched Spanx, investors laughed. She persisted anyway, building a billion-dollar company from $5,000 in savings. What's the lesson here? She reframed failure. What I tell you earlier, my dad taught me last year about reframing my past. She reframed failure as feedback. Falling forward turned her into a creator, not a quitter. And lastly, today is Denzel Washington. Denzel's failure was this: he was rejected from multiple auditions, flunked out of college once, and he was told he'd never make it as an actor. Denzel Washington. Denzel once said, "Fall forward." I remember this too. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. Listen to that mindset. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. He was referencing his early acting setbacks. He didn't land roles, faced discouragement, and even doubted himself. Yet those early no's became the push that defined his craft and his discipline. What's the lesson? Denzel literally embodies your message. That is my message, excuse me. That's the way my notes is written. But anyway, Denzel literally embodies this message today. Failure as motion and not paralysis. Denzel, Sara, Michael did not get paralyzed when they faced opposition, opponents, and obstacles. They persisted and overcame, and therefore succeeded as a result. Each fall gave them precision. If you want to become what you picture as successful, and I hope it's something good, because I know everybody has a different view of what success is. I hope you'll move ethically and morally. I hope your values are based on ethics and morality. I'm just going to be honest with you, because some people use these exact same principles for some nefarious activities. But if this is you who want to do something good with your life, make an impact for your family, make an impact for the community, make an impact for your company or your business, whatever. You want to overcome procrastination, which is a symptom, not a cause, but a symptom. This is your opportunity to look yourself in the mirror. Look behind you. Tell yourself something good. Tell your future, your past, that you're going to reframe it for something good. And now you're going to fall forward from this moment forward. Get it? You're going to fall forward from this moment forward. And you're going to persist. And you're going to reach your goal. Listen, if this video has been a blessing to you, if this has had the impact on you that you was looking for, or better than what you were looking for, please drop a comment. Also like the video, comment, share the video, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for joining me. And remember this, maximize the moment. Oh, by the way, before you go, the reason I posting this video this late is due to this unforeseen scheduling conflict that occurred earlier today. I intended to have this out around 9 o'clock this morning, but this is going to go out probably, I guess, around 3 or 4 or something like that today. It will go out today, even though it's late. So I appreciate you sticking with me. Again, comment, like, subscribe. I'll see y'all next week.